In this video, I want to cover what to look for in a fat burner. Now, if you head to Stoppani.com or gymsupplementscience.com, you can read my article, How to Build Your Own Fat Burner. Let's talk about what ingredients you should be looking for in a fat burner and what ingredients to avoid. So let's talk about the first thing, and that's buzzwords. There's a lot of buzzwords in the supplement industry. Buzzwords is the main way most supplements, unfortunately, get formulated. What's hot? What's the hot ingredients? What did Dr. Oz say today on his TV show? Did he talk about raspberry ketones? Oh, if he talked about raspberry ketones, then you better make sure you put raspberry ketones in your fat burner. Is it Garcinia? Oh, we better put that in our fat burner. Unfortunately, the rule of thumb in most cases is that's how most supplements get formulated. So don't fall for those little buzzword ingredients. Look for the tried and true ingredients. And the first one is plain and simple, caffeine. Caffeine. It's the most studied ergogenic aid out there. We know it's safe. We know it's effective for not only enhancing performance, not only for increasing fat loss, but even enhancing health. That's right, caffeine is now known to have health benefits. And one of the ways that caffeine works in the body to increase fat loss is by increasing the release of fat from the fat cells. So the fat cells where you store your fat, they hold fat that your body is going to burn for fuel. Caffeine helps your body release more of that fat so that it can then be burned for fuel. Now, another ingredient you want to look for is acetyl-L carnitine. Now, carnitine is important because it helps to carry the fat into the mitochondria of the cells of the body. The mitochondria are basically the powerhouses of the body, of every cell. That's where they make energy. So in the mitochondria is where that fat gets burned or oxidized, creates energy. So caffeine freed up more of the fat from the fat cells. Now we got to make sure we get it to where it can get burned for fuel. So you want a fat burner supplement that not only helps to release more fat from the fat cells, but helps to get more fat into the mitochondria, and that's going to be carnitine. The best form you want in a fat burner is acetyl-L carnitine. So now we have fat freed up, we have more fat going to the fat cells. That's a win-win situation. But now, not only do we want to increase the amount of calories that we burn, the amount of fat that we burn, but we want to decrease the amount of calories and fat that we consume. So ingredients like caffeine, as a matter of fact, help decrease hunger. I also recommend using other ingredients like capsaicin. Capsaicin is the ingredient in spicy peppers like chili peppers. It actually boosts metabolic rate and has been shown to decrease hunger and food intake. Now, other ways that you can increase calorie burn is with an ingredient like green tea extract. EGCG works by lowering the activity of an enzyme that actually lowers metabolic rate. So by decreasing activity of that enzyme, it keeps metabolic rate elevated for longer. And now EGCG has also been found to help decrease carbohydrate uptake. So if you consume EGCG or green tea extract around a high carb meal, you'll absorb around 30% fewer of the carbohydrates from that meal. And now another ingredient to consider is synephrine, but not just any form of synephrine, but the Advantra Z form, which provides P-synephrine, which is the original form of synephrine that's been shown to be effective in research studies to provide the fat loss benefits. Now, synephrine has been proven in numerous studies to be both safe and effective for increasing fat burn. And one of the ways it does this is not only by increasing metabolism, but also by increasing the amount of fat that gets released from fat cells, albeit different than the way that caffeine works to provide that same benefit. So you get an additive effect from the caffeine along with the synephrine. So if you use those 5 ingredients in combination, you attack fat loss from both sides of the coin by decreasing calorie intake on one side, but also increasing calorie burn and specifically fat burn on the other side. And that's the best way to make sure that you're losing fat. But remember, no matter what ingredients you take or what fat burner you use, there's nothing that's a magic bullet when it comes to fat loss. Any fat burner is only going to provide a small boost if you're already following a proper diet and a proper training program. You can't just expect to take a fat burner and lose body fat without doing any exercise. A fat burner is just designed to enhance the fat loss that you're instigating through that diet and that training.